A little
Tall,
older.
older. What's the age?
Older. He can't have a 9 to 5.
What? Why
No.
not? You don't want him to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you
I'm
want him to
not
be
saying he.
you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't
So
like
he
he
can't be
can't
like
clock in and
clocking in.
clock
No,
out.
no.
Damn,
I
B
think
Simone.
entrepreneurs should date entrepreneurs.
Just my finances. Like the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing.
Never
I've
like that.
never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah. You
Like I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid.
Yeah.
I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account.
But you're
Now, I would honestly say this is what happens when you sit here and ish on men who work 9 to 5 jobs, right? Now, of course, a lot of people are going to ask, being that this is a comedian, quote unquote, new age comedian, and she's on Wildin' Out with Nick Cannon, how is it she's still struggling?
B. Simone crying about her finances is seriously sending me. She was like, we were in Bloomingdale's. And I said, we have to go to H&M. Like, Kim, seriously? People are dying. And H&M is not really that cheap, you know? Like, people are shopping at City Trends, Rainbow, Goodwill. And she up there crying about having to shop at H&M. I really need to know, did she say that after her friend came out and told her how broke she was and how she had to be on food stamps? I really feel like that came afterwards. It's like she keep trying to one up this girl for some reason. Like, I really feel like she's jealous of this girl. I could be wrong, but I really feel like I'm not wrong. I feel like the only reason why she said that is because her friend said what she said. So she felt like she had to come right behind her with something just as good. But her sitting on that couch crying about her finances or whatever the hell she crying about, her best friend should have said, Jesus.
Hey, I just saw that B. Simone clip of her pretty much saying, like, how she got to start budgeting her money different. And she basically saying, like, she kind of like going broke, as you would say, because she can't shop at Bloomingdale's no more. She got to shop at H&M. Now, I ain't going to hold you. Off the rip, I almost just like exit the video because, like, I don't know, maybe from her tax bracket, but nigga, H&M is nowhere near cheap, gang. Like, I ain't saying it's the most expensive place, but to act like H&M is some low budget, you got niggas out here that's really shopping and wearing shit from Family Dollar and like Walmart for real, gang. Not like that matter, but I'm just saying. But, that probably is cheap to her because, well, you come from a certain tax bracket, like certain shit like H&M and all that, that's like small shit to you, I'm saying all that to say though, like, God really has a way of like humbling people. And I'm not necessarily saying towards her, I'm just saying people in general, and it could be anybody. She was so out of touch with reality that she thought H&M was cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's so out of touch with reality, and she's basically breaking down crying on social media for being a normal person. You feel me? Like, you like breaking down crying and just telling me something. I got to start nitpicking and have to budget all my stuff. Yes, congrats to being an adult, nigga. Like, welcome to the real world. You feel me? And I feel like that need to be seen though, like on some real shit, because you got a lot of people on social media that like they think of this false ass reality, like they think they gotta buy the top tier clothes, the top tier life, like the top tier car, this and that. When I promise you, like, everything on social media most of the time be capped or like it should be for the moment. Like, there's nothing wrong with shopping at H&M. Like, there's nothing wrong with driving a regular car. You don't have to get a luxury car like a Honda, a Lexus. Like, that's cool shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to get a Benz or scatting out, like, live below your means. Like, as time go by, I really just seen how social media really like fuck niggas' heads up for real. Fuck everybody's heads up. Like, we gotta live up to this certain image and try to like portray up to a lifestyle that we really don't have to. You feel me? Like, it's okay to be a normal person, bro. Like, who gives a fuck what social media say, bro? Because guess what? Half of the people that's balling the shit on social media, bro, that shit be capped, bro. A lot of them be in debt. A lot of them having nowhere to sleep. Like, and shit just crazy for real, for real. But one thing I don't like though, for real, it's like how people on social media is laughing at her, bro. Like, it's like people been waiting on her downfall. I'm like, gang, that could be you. You chasing your dreams stuff now. You could successfully, you could follow your dreams and, you could succeed in it and you can make a lot of money, gang. But that could be you. Things happen. Like, I promise you, you can't predict the future. That's why it's no point in really planning for the future because whatever God do, whatever God want, that's what's gonna happen, you know? But seriously though, bro, I hope she shake back though, but you gotta wake up and smell the coffee, baby. Like, it's okay. You human like everybody else. You're not bigger than the program, bro. I promise you.
So, of course, if y'all seen the old video where she was pretty much ishing and trashing on men who works 9 to 5s and she just can't deal with the guy who works a 9 to 5, she has been receiving a lot of backlash after that. Like after that, man, I mean, it was downhill for the sister, and I hate it for her, right? But at the same time, we can at least understand that to some degree, we get it, right? We get why she wants to deal with an entrepreneur because, hey, well, you know, he would at least understand what it takes to be an entrepreneur. Well, man, this is what happens when you just prioritize your career. Now, once again, I'm not against women wanting to be career driven because that's just where we're at today. But at the same time, you still got to know your place. And a lot of women just don't. A lot of women make all of this money. A lot of women fight to be in the workforce, fight to just be as equal to men as ever. And then they get upset when they aren't getting the same results that your man would get. Once again, a career-driven woman is going to be very different than a career-driven man, right? Because once again, a man has to go out and work. A man has to go out and go provide. He has to do all of this good stuff. He has to provide, protect. But as far as you, man, what do you have to do? Right? You get to bring your money in. You get to sit on your money. You get to hold your money, hide your money from your man, build up your little nest egg, because we are now living in an age where your women are marrying for the wrong reasons. I think B. Simone would marry for the wrong reasons. A lot of you women will rather marry just so they can go ahead and build up a little exit plan, right? They already building the exit plan before they even get married. Your prime example, Travis Hunter and Leanna Lene. She's just rubbing her hands right now because when it gets to when that time comes, she's out of there, right? She's out of there. But a lot of these women are marrying for the wrong reasons. You want to marry a man that has the same mindset as you and is an entrepreneur, but yet you're disregarding a bunch of men who are just your average men who are working their way up, who can make 60, 70K a year. You're gonna throw that away. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't even deal with a man who is an electrician, who is HVAC, who's into HVAC. There's probably a lot of guys who's making a pretty decent living she would ignore. And these are some good guys. But once again, this is what happens when you want to be career driven. You want to sit here and make all of this damn money, which once again, you can do that, but you can't then get upset when somebody says, I don't want to deal with you, because who's dealing with her right now? Who was with this sister right now? You probably wouldn't even be having these situations or issues if you dealt with an average guy. But hey, let's just say let's just go back to her standards. I got to deal with the guy who's a high earning man. Let's just be honest here, right? I got to deal with the dude who's a high earning man. Where is he? Where is he? He's nowhere to be found. He is nowhere to be found. And you can only point fingers back at this sister. You can only point fingers back at this sister. Think maybe you might need to temper your expectations. Just lower them a little bit. Just lower them a little bit, because a lot of people are jumping down your throat because of what you said, because of how you just threw your average man to the wayside. Of course, you got to read the comments, man. Let's look at the comments. The comment says, same chick who was down in dudes with 9 to 5s a few years back. And somebody else says, welcome back to reality. And somebody else says, H&M not cheap. Let me know when she at City Trends. Then somebody else says, ain't that the girl that was dragging hard working black men that works at a 9 to 5? Then somebody else says, OnlyFans it is. Then somebody else says, you crying, you the one that spent the money. Then somebody else says, just being able to shop right now is a blessing. Then somebody else responds and says, H&M got heat. Then somebody else responds and says, she's so corny. And then somebody else responds and says, well, why even shop if you are going broke? Just wear the same clothes and just stack. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact. Why do you have to go out to these name brand stores? What's the purpose? Right? What's the purpose? And this is somebody who just do not have their money in order. Why are you doing what you're doing, man? Stop doing what you're doing and just relax. Now, I'm pretty sure if you just lower your lifestyle, lower your means, you'd be straight. You would be straight, but I'm pretty sure she wants to live above her means, and that's on her. You gotta blame yourself for that. Don't blame nobody else but yourself. So, look, guys, y'all let me know down below. What do y'all think, man? Do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel.